brought our sports back. And today we head across town to Westwood to UCLA to see if they got any defensive linemen or defensive recruits that we might want to pick up. So let's go.
Disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
What's up, USC fans out there? And I know we craving J Toa out of UCLA, right? And rightfully so. The kid's a beast. He a monster. I'm watching him breaking down film, and I'm even more impressed. He even better than I thought he was. I'm surprised J Toa ain't entering the NFL draft the way he was beasting. But if he come back and in that transfer portal, he #1 on the priority list. But it's another kid on UCLA roster, Gary Smith, 6'2", 315 pounds. He had 21 tackles last year, you know what I'm saying, with 2 sacks. Now I know y'all like, well, that ain't screaming loud production, but I'm watching J Toa breaking down his film, extremely impressed. But his backup come in the game and be balling too. Now J Toa is a bowling ball. He's a bowling pin of destruction. But Gary Smith ain't that bad either. I'm watching this kid, and if he wasn't getting a tackle when it came his way, he was blowing up the ball. So the first thing I look at with defensive linemen is how much push they get. Do they get pushed back off the line? Do they hold the line? Or do they penetrate the line? I only seen one play where this kid got pushed back. Y'all said the other times he did, they had to throw double teams. So that's the second thing I watch with defensive linemen. Do they get pushed and do they draw double teams? This kid gets pushed, he penetrates the backfield, he holds the line, and he draw double teams. And he blow up plays. That's another thing. So outside the tackling, he get a push up the middle that I like and run our pass, right? If he ain't getting the push, it's because he getting double teamed, right? And then when a run come his way, he's shading his block. That's what I like about him. He'll hold the line, penetrate the line. And soon as the runner get his way, he shed the block and make the tackle. Consistently, the kid did that. Consistently. And it was a gang of plays. I lost count of the plays he blew up. He penetrated the backfield, made the running back run somewhere else. He pressured the quarterback. So this kid got a lot of blow-ups on the run game and a lot of pressure. And I wasn't even watching the film for him. I'm watching the film scouting the starters, Toa, J Toa, and Keanu Williams. Keanu Williams could play too. But I keep noticing number 58. He was a rotational piece. He came off the bench, but every time he came in the game, he was making plays. He was either getting tackles, blowing up the run, or drawing double teams. Gary Smith is elite. He just playing behind a first-round NFL prospect in J Toa. But when Gary Smith was in there, he was handling them against Utah, against whoever they played, against physical teams, Utah, Oregon State, etc. Gary Smith was penetrating the backfield. He consistently won the line of scrimmage. He consistently pushed the offensive lineman back, whether he made the play or not, right? So he using that 6'2", 315-pound frame, right? His leverage, he was winning. Watch Gary Smith's film. He's winning off the ball damn near every time, and he drawing double teams, and that's what we need. Bear Alexander is the only defensive tackle that we had consistently drawing double teams, consistently pushing the offensive line back, consistently blowing up run plays. You know what I'm saying? That's what this kid was doing. So the first thing I look for is that push. He got it. He physical. You ain't bullying him out the way. because we can't get pushed around. You know what I'm saying? We can't get pushed around. And just like I said, I at least watched 100 of this kid's snaps, and he only got pushed back one time. Every other time he push an offensive lineman back, and that don't matter who they play, how big they was. This kid is strong and he can shed blocks. When the run come his way, he don't get stuck on blocks. That's what I like about him. He don't get stuck on blocks, he shed them blocks. So he wasn't destroying things like Jay Toy, but he was holding his line. He was holding his own. And he was winning more time than he was losing, right? So Gary Smith, another kid out of UCLA, 6'10", 315 pounds, coming into his senior season, grown man. I would love to have this kid in the rotation. And just like I said, if it wasn't for Jay Toy, he would have been starting. You know what I'm saying? And coming off the bench, 21 tackles, coming off the bench ain't bad. And just like I said, if they had a stat for blowing up run plays per play, this kid is high up there. You feel me? When that kid was on the field and they ran his way, he either made the running back, had to pick another hole, or he shedded his block and made the play. And that's all you could ask for. He wasn't losing gap integrity. That's what I like. He played discipline. He never got outside his gap. He controlled his gap. Jay Toy dominated his gap like a first round prospect should, but this kid, he controlled his gap. Like, I feel comfortable with him on the field on a run play. He's going to do his thing. He just is. Like out of 100 plays, I only seen like 2 or 3 times where he really was effectively blocked. If he didn't get the tackle, it was because the play didn't run that way. You know what I'm saying? Or the running back seen him break his block and went the other way. So y'all, Gary Smith the third, another target. Jay Toy is the obvious, but this kid is a sleeper. I would love to get this kid a great rotational piece. He can even start. The snaps he got, he can even start. You know what I'm saying? So add this kid to Bear and Isaiah Rakes and Clifton, and we got something going. And then if we get Toy as well, them 4 defensive tackles, that's monstrous. Them 4 defensive tackles that win at the line of scrimmage consistently. And that's what we need. Everybody ain't got to be Aaron Donald. We just need them defensive linemen that can't get pushed around, and they gonna win at the line of scrimmage. And we can stop the run with a front 7. We ain't got to stack the box because our defensive lineman is winning. And this kid, he's a winner. He winning at the point of attack. Gary Smith the third. So welcome this kid into the chat. Hopefully we see this kid in the transfer portal soon. If I'm USC, I'm definitely grabbing this kid. He's a baller, right? Gary Smith the third, come on down. So it's Carter Sports, it's USC, it's Trojan City. So let's go.